The man who slept through his future. Have you ever missed something important in your life? Not because you weren't ready, not because you weren't good enough, but simply because you were late? Not a few minutes late, but the kind of late that cost you years. That's what happened to a man named Theo. In a quiet village nestled near the Oregon mountains, Theo was known for his remarkable talent. A blacksmith by trade, his hands could bend iron into art. Gates, railings, tools, even sculptures. Each piece carried the mark of elegance and strength. But for all his brilliance, Theo had one weakness: mornings. Every day the sun would rise, the village would stir, and Theo would still be buried beneath his covers. The warmth of his bed always won. He missed morning markets, town meetings, and worst of all, trust. Customers would come with urgent orders, only to find his shop closed. "I work better at night," he would say. But the world didn't wait. Then came the announcement. The village would be holding its annual Founders Festival, the event that brought visitors from nearby towns, even cities. And this year, the centerpiece of the festival would be an iron gate for the newly built temple, a symbol of strength, unity, and faith. Theo was the obvious choice, his skill unmatched, his artistry respected. He was given the task. But the next morning, when the village chief came with designers to begin discussions, Theo was asleep. Again, his shop was closed, and so the task was handed to another blacksmith, Merrick, less skilled but reliable. Theo woke up too late for more than just a meeting. He woke up to the sound of opportunity closing its door. He didn't cry, he didn't beg, but something in him cracked quietly. That evening, Theo sat on the edge of his workbench, staring at his tools like they were strangers. It wasn't the loss of the temple gate that hurt the most. It was the realization that talent without discipline is just wasted potential. His grandfather had once told him, "Discipline isn't about punishment. It's about preparing your life to meet opportunity when it arrives, because it won't knock twice." That night, Theo made a decision. He would win his mornings back. The next morning, his alarm rang at 5:30 a.m. His body begged him to stay, but his mind whispered, "Get up. This is the first minute of the rest of your life." He got up. He washed his face with cold water, took a walk, watched the mist lift off the hills, and something shifted. He didn't become a morning person overnight. It was war, but he fought it. Day after day, he kept a journal. He set strict nighttime boundaries. He practiced gratitude at sunrise. And slowly, the world opened up. By the time the next festival came around, Theo had changed, not just in habit, but in energy. He was given a bigger task that year: design and build the ceremonial gate for the town square. This time he was ready. Designs were done early. Fabrication began ahead of schedule. He didn't just build a gate, he built his reputation back. The gate became a symbol, not just of strength, but of second chances. Theo became someone others looked up to, not just because he was talented, but because he showed what it looked like to lose, change, and rise again. A few years later, a young apprentice asked him, "Theo, how did you become so disciplined?" He smiled and said, "Discipline isn't about controlling your time. It's about respecting your future." Psychologists say the first hour after waking sets the tone for your entire day. In ancient cultures, sunrise wasn't just the start of the day, it was sacred, a symbol of new beginning, of consciousness awakening. People like Theo remind us, waking up early isn't just about productivity, it's about ownership. The world moves forward whether you're awake or not, but only those who rise with it, move with it. You're not losing because you're less talented. You're losing because your future has been waiting too long at the door, and you keep hitting snooze.